Yes, people, welcome back to my channel, which is Jim on DLC for your first match review of 2026. Well, it's finished. Man City won, Chelsea won at the Etihad, and oh wow, I gotta say, I did not see this coming. I did not see that coming at all. No, I living any Chelsea fan would have predicted Chelsea would come away from the Etihad with a point, but we have, and you gotta say, considering the circumstances, given the week that we've had, given what's been happening in the last few days with Wesker leaving and with all what's been going behind the scenes, you gotta big up the players, man, for the fighting spirit, and to find to get something out of that game. And we managed to get a point out of the yesterday. And now, if you'd have told me before kickoff that would you take a draw at the Etihad? You would have slapped your hand off for that, considering the circumstances that we came into it. And but look, I think you got to say, I think I said it so many times, a game of two halves, and then and given the fact that there was no Caicedo, there was no Cucurella, there's no Fofana, no Sanchez as well, and we still managed to come away with something. You gotta give credit to the players, massive credit to the players. But like I mentioned before, that it was a game of two halves, and I feel like the first half. Oh look, up until City took off, I thought we started quite well. We were quite compact. But after that, I think for the first 10, 15 minutes, but after 15 minutes, we City grew into the game, and we looked a bit fragile, giving away silly balls away, and we just looked a bit fragile. And listen, it's understandable given the week, given what's been going, given what's been going on. But it almost felt like we saw it we saw on the Maresco, But a very well, I say the last. I say after 15 minutes, we were a bit fragile, and we allowed City to take over, and that's where they got the goal. We had warnings, and City took over, and they got their 1-0 lead, and then from that point on, City could have been way outside at that stage. But I think what changed in the second half was that bringing on Santos, bringing on the lab, changing to a three-man midfield completely changed the game in our favor, because in the second half we came out to play. We came out, and we definitely had playing to the ball, playing to possession, and also we had a few moments, few chances here and there we couldn't convert. But then deep into stoppage time, Enzo Fernandez, with his sixth goal of the season, finding the way through, and he put the ball into the empty net, and man, celebrations at the end. You see Bellingham at the end. See those Chelsea away fans celebrating with the fans, with the players, and the final whistle. You can see the players together, all together. Even Cullen McFarlane, and the staff coming and applauding the fans as well. It's the least that we deserved after what's been a very, very tough week. And the boys put in the effort. And listen, you can't fault the effort. The effort was there. The effort was there, and I feel like that is something that I feel like it's something that we've been wanting to see more of. We haven't seen enough in the past few games or so, but that the effort was there today. The effort was there. I mean, and he definitely saw that, especially in the second half. And look, we've come away with a point that, listen, although it's one win in seven, 8 now, but with all things considered, it's a point salvage that it's a point that we can look back on and say, you know what, that's something that we can take, we can build from going forward. And But look, I mean, listen. Do I want to single out individual performances? I mean, look, I feel like the whole team, including Colin McFarlane, stepping in with all the circumstances and Nebraska and coming into a game like this and still managed to find a way to get a point. You gotta give hats off to Colin McFarlane, to the staff, and to the players as well. To the players as well, because imagine how they imagine how they must be feel how they feel after what's been like you said, like I said, it's been a tough week. That's been a tough week for a number of reasons, but that being said, that's going to give the team a massive confidence boost. To come away from the Etihad with a point, and look, I think it's looking likely that Liam Watson will be the new Chelsea manager, and that's something that we gotta get used to, but we gotta get behind, we gotta get used to it. But listen, I'm gonna back it, but again, I'll go back to the owners and the SDs and Egbar and Egbali, and listen, that's another talk for another day. But for now, let's just enjoy the fact that at least it's something to, at least it's light at the end of the tunnel. At least this result will lift the mood up after what's been it's a good end to what's supposed to be a tough week, and we've managed to come away with at least with something. So at least in a way, leaving here with a point which I'll be honest, none of us didn't really expect, but I didn't expect it either. But we have got a point, considering like I said, the circumstances, and look. I feel like if we can play like we played in the second half, best believe we will win games, and hopefully that's gonna be the starting point. We got Fulham on Wednesday, then we got Charlton in the FA Cup, because the games are coming thick and fast. If Liam Watson comes in, he's not gonna have much time to implement his philosophy, because the games are coming thick and fast, because we got Fulham on Wednesday, then we've got Charlton in the FA Cup, then it's Arsenal semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, then it's Brentford at home, then it's Paphos Champions League, then we've got Palace. The games are coming thick and fast, so it's coming thick and fast. So let's listen. Look. At least it's a good point to end what's been a very tough week. To come away with the Etihad and come away with at least the results, which none of us didn't expect. That's something that we could both from, we can take from. So, but yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. The comments down below. I mean, did we deserve a point from this? I think we did, based on the second half display. And listen, we go building it and move on. So like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next upload. Love and God bless.